Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bully. Today I am going to show you guys how to build a print-on-demand store using Spreadshop and WordPress. Spreadshop is invented by Spreadshirt. It's also one of the best top 10 print-on-demand providers that you can integrate into your WordPress store so you'll have your own shop and branding to sell print-on-demand products. They offer many types of printed products such as t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and many more with top quality brands like Bella Canvas and more. You decide your retail prices. They just subtract the base price for a product and you keep the rest. For example, if the base price of a shirt is $13.99, but you set the retail price at $19.99, so you will earn and keep $6 in total. Before we get started, I want to welcome back all my subscribers. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. But for those who are brand new to my channel, my name is Bully. I create tutorials about e-commerce web designs focusing on user experience using WordPress. Alright, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, let's go to our demo store. Go to plugins. Click add new on the top. Enter Spreadshop in the search box on the top right. You should see a search result coming up. We are going to install Spreadshop plugin. It's right there. Click the install button. Once it's done installing, don't forget to click the activate button. It will redirect you to the Spreadshop plugin settings page. We need to add the Spreadshop store ID in the box on the top. Next, we're gonna set up a Spreadshop store on their website. If you already set up your shop, just skip to the next step by checking the timestamp in the description box below. Let's go to Spreadshirt.com. You could click the Start Selling button up there, and then you could click open your own Spreadshop. Yep, that's the orange button right there. If you want to click the other button, sell on the marketplace, that will be on the website. And then you will be redirected to this form, which is on Spreadshop.com. And it is the same when you go to Spreadshop.com directly to register your account with them. They will direct you to the same page, which is this register form. Enter your information right here to create an account with them. Enter your shop name in that field. Once done, enter your email address in the next box, and then enter your new password right there. And then confirm the password in the last box. Once you're done, don't forget to check the box I'm not a robot before you could click the button Get Started Now. And then you will get this pop-up box right here as your checklist to go through what you need to get done in order to set up your shop. You don't have to click the following options or the checklist yet. You could close out this box completely. It's up to you. And then you could go back to the dashboard by clicking the clock icon on the left, and then you will be to see your checklist again right here. And then for the t-shirt, that's for the design section that you could upload your graphic design file right here. So you could put it on a bunch of products. Okay, let's explore other tabs first before we get to the design part. This tab is for your shop statistics. The first tab is credit. You could search all transactions here by date, from, and to. Just select the transaction type in the drop-down box and pick the start date and to date. Right now, we don't have any data because my shop is new. Remember, it could take up to 2 days for you to see any products in your shop. The next tab is sales. You could pick a from date and the to dates if you want to see any sales. And the last tab is for bestsellers. It will tell you which product is the best-selling one in your shop. Just pick any type of products from the drop-down box and pick out the dates. Alright, the next tab is the tips and tools. By clicking the light bulb on your left, they have a bunch of articles in this section here for you to read so you can learn how to set up your shop for success. Just click on each item to explore and learn. Next, click on the bell icon on your left is the notification tab. It is your inbox for your shop. You could click the three dots icon to mark each message as unread or just remove it entirely when you're done reading it. You could filter your messages by categories in the right panel on the screen by clicking the eye icon to turn on or off. Next, let's click the plus sign in the left panel. This one is for you to open another shop. For example, you might open a shop for North America, but if you have an audience or customers in Europe, you may need to open another shop for them. It's up to you. Let's close out the box and explore the other section. Click the person icon at the bottom left in the left panel. These are your account settings. The first tab is for your personal information. You can fill out your information in this section. The second tab is the account settings. You can upload or change your avatar here. You could also change your username and password in this section. The next tab is for newsletter subscriptions. You could check all of the boxes here if you are interested in different types of newsletters from Spreadshop. The next tab is the payment data. You could add your bank account information here if you want a direct deposit from Spreadshop, or you could get paid using PayPal. Just add your name and PayPal email address. And the next tab is for the tax status. If you are taxable as an individual, sole proprietor, nonprofit entity, a single member LLC, or other company types, you need to add your social security number here and download the W-9 form to fill out and add the partner ID in section 7 as instructed in the number 2 and 3 on this tab, and then email them back the form. Alright, the last tab is to connect your mobile phone to your shop. Just download the app for whatever phone you have and follow the instruction. Once everything looks good, just click the apply button at the bottom to save everything. Next, click the t-shirt icon on the left panel to go to the design product section. Click the big plus sign to upload a graphics file. Click the pencil icon to edit the design. There are 3 sections to pay attention here. You could download or delete the graphic file on the left. Alright, let's edit the metadata section first. This information will help your design to be more searchable on the internet. Just enter the design name, description, and search term tags. Once everything looks good, just click the apply button at the bottom. Next, click the edit link to edit products. You could click the X icon to remove a product from your shop. If you don't like which one of them, just click on the X icon. Click the pencil icon to edit a product. In this page, you could resize your design using the slider to make it smaller or larger. Or you could also use the mouse to resize it directly by clicking on the corners of the graphic or just dragging it anywhere within the white box on the shirt. You could also use the link saying vertically or horizontally to center the design. Let's move the design up a little bit to make it stay on the upper chest. The next tab is for the colors. You could choose only one default product color to appear in your shop. Click on any colors that don't look good with the design in the deactivate color section at the bottom left. You could also click any colors in the default display color section to see how your design would look like for each color. And then you could click another color if you want to deactivate that color. Keep doing the same thing until you could pick only no more than 5 colors for the product that has many color selections. so you won't confuse your customers. The next tab is the print areas that you could see both front and back areas. Click the apply button on the top right once everything looks good. You could click the all available products link on the top to add more products. Click the done button on the top right when you are happy with all the products you selected. You may need to edit and go over all the products to make sure that the design area is right where you want it to be, and there are no more than 5 colors that you pick out for your customers. Next, the top section is the sales channels. Click the edit link to check where you want to sell your design. Make sure you check the button to sell it in your Spreadshop. Click the apply button at the bottom to save it. Then click the preview link to reveal your shop if you want to. I haven't edited this t-shirt yet, that's why it has so many color selections. I will do this later. So just scroll down to see the entire page or your shop, how it looks like. If you find something that you don't like, you could go back again to edit them until you are happy with your shop. Next, let's check on the shop settings by clicking the store icon on the left panel. The first tab is General. Click General and select Info and SEO. Enter the information in this section for better search engine optimization. Add the store name and add the description. Edit the URL name in the box. You could see the preview section at the bottom on how your store URL and description would look like in a search result on the internet. The shop ID is located at the bottom. We're gonna need to add this ID to our WordPress website or the demo store to display the Spreadshop products on the demo store. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes button at the center bottom. Next is the legal info. Click the legal info to go over your information to make sure everything is correct. The following information will be visible to your shop's visitors after clicking the link Legal Info in your shop footer. You can see how your information will look like in the right panel. Click the Apply Changes button once everything looks good. Next, let's click out of the legal info by clicking the general link on the top. Click Activate Shop and the online button should be enabled. You could also delete your shop on this page. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes button. Click out of here to go to the next section once you're done. Alright, let's click General to get out of this section. Then click Page Settings. Check to activate the Start page here. It's because having a home page would make better sales. The customers will get a lot of impression about your shop. You could select any elements on the left to show your customers here. Just click left and hold down your cursor to drag and drop any elements to the gray area on the right. Then you could click on the pencil icon to edit that element. Once you're happy with your design, click the Apply Changes button at the bottom. That's pretty much it for this section. Just take your time to go through all the design and let's see how your shop is gonna look like. Let's go back to the shop settings. Click Product Page. You could activate the product list on this page and you can select how many products you want to display on each page. You can enable to show filters by size and color. You could also enable showing product names and prices. And you could display items as products or as designs. It's up to you how your shop's gonna look like. You could select the numbers of the products per design. Select any numbers or all in the drop-down box on the right. As for sort mode, just leave the options as a product design mix, or you could select whatever you want here. Click sort design if you have a lot of designs here. You could select all and deselect all. Then you could move them around by clicking the top or the bottom buttons on the right. In this case, I have only one design, so I can't move it around. Click cancel or save to get out of here to the main product list page. Click sort product types next. You could check a box of a product here to move it to the top or the bottom. Let's move this bear up to the top. Click the save button on the top left once you're happy with it. Once everything looks good on this page, click the apply changes button at the center bottom. Then click page settings on the top left to get out of here. And then click the product detail page. This page is for you to decide which additional information you want to show on your product detail pages. Check all the options here. They are all good designs for a better user experience to show additional products, design suggestions, and product ratings. I need to go back to my store to enable all of these options. I didn't enable all of these options in this demo. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Next, click page settings to go back and then click customize tool. This page is to activate the customize tool so your customers can add their own images or text to your products. If you want your shop to have this feature, just enable all the options here. If you don't want to turn them on because you don't want your customers to have this feature, just ignore this page. Once you're done, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Then click page settings to go back to the main page. Next, click topics to add a short post to your store. This topic will show in the topics menu in your shop for your customers to read about your design. Click the create new topics button to add a new one. Select a design of your work in the right panel. Add a name and description to the left. Check the button right next to online to publish it. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Then click topics to go back to the main section. Scroll down a little bit to select about us. Add a headline and description to tell your customers who you are and what motivates you. You could introduce yourself with text, photos, or video. You could change the text of the button and set it to what page you want your customers to land after clicking the button. Once you're happy with everything here, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Click the page settings link on the top left to go back to the main settings. Click appearance. Add your shop logo and icon here. You could select the shop name to show in the header if you don't want to upload your logo, but I strongly suggest you should use your logo for your own branding here. Make sure the width and the height of your logo is precise as they specify on this page, otherwise your logo might not look good. The favicon is the icon that will show in a browser's tab, as you could see up there in my shop. Make sure you have the width and the height of the icon aligned with the instruction. Next, upload your logo for the invoice logo. Pay attention to the size that they give it to you. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Let's click out of here. Click colors and fonts. Change the color of the active elements right here. you could click the color, whatever the color you like here. If you don't like their colors, click the plus sign and add your own hex code. I'm gonna pick out the purple color from my logo using a Google Chrome color picker extension. Copy my hex code and paste it to the box on the left. Then leave the background color as white. As for the font pair, you could pair up whatever fonts you like here. If you want an idea of which font pair will look good together, you could do some search on Google to find the best Google font pairs. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes button at the bottom. Alright, let's click the appearance on the top to go back to the main page. Click Themes. By default, it gives you a minimum theme. Click the Select Theme button to see what they have. It looks like they have about 5 themes in total. Let's select the Impulse theme. But first, we want to take a look how this theme is gonna look like. Okay, it looks fine to me as of right now. I'm not gonna be picky about it. Let's close it out and select the Impulse theme. Alright, it looks like all the button colors and the fonts have been changed to match with the new theme. I'm gonna go back to change them to my colors and fonts real quick. Okay, here's what my shop looks like. Once everything looks good, don't forget to click the Apply Changes button at the bottom every time before you click out of here. Let's click out of here to go to the promotion appearance. Click the Customize button to upload your file, or select whatever they have right here. If you don't like them, just click the plus sign to see what else they have. I am going to pick the yellow flower right there in the right corner. Once you are happy with your selection, just click the Apply button right there. And let's change the promotion text to black because the white text doesn't look good. Just click it right there and select the black color. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes button at the bottom. Now my promotion bar looks quite good. Let's click the appearance to get out of here to go to the next section. The next section is the model images. Click Model Images. Check Model Images so the customers can see how our product would look like. You could click to select each model or click again to unselect that model not to show in your shop. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes button at the bottom. And click out of here to go back to the main appearance page. Make sure you turn on the search field at the bottom so the customer could search for any products within your store. Click Shop Settings to go back to the main page. Select Prices and Promos. Click Shop Pricing. These are all the products they have set the base prices for you. You could click each category on the left panel to filter for each category, or just click the categories link on the top to see all the products. Go over the prices here, update any prices of each product, and click outside the box to see your profit margin calculated automatically. Take your time to check all of them here. Scroll down, keep scrolling down until you are happy with your prices. Once everything looks good, just click the Apply Changes at the bottom to save everything. Next, click Prices and Promos to go back to the main page. Select a nonprofit shop. If you are a nonprofit shop, you need to enable this feature and save it. Click out of here and go to the next one, which is promo campaigns. You can enable each promotion at different times right here in this page. They have free standard shipping, 25% off, 15% off, and many more. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Alright, let's click prices and promos to go back to the main settings, back to the shop settings. Click marketing and then click social media sharing. You could share your product or a promo campaign here. Just click one of the buttons. Let's click the product button. You could select one of the products here. Let's select that mug that is on top of the table. Then go to the next page to add some information about this campaign, like adding a heading in the text box. And then you could pick how and where to display your logo. There are a couple options right here that you could play around and to see how it will look like. Let's select shop logo right there. I think it looks best in this case. Now you could select the background down here. If you're not happy with the background they offer you, just click the plus sign to pick something else and then click the continue button. And you could see many formats of different social media formats like Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. You could click the download all images button on the top so you could have all these on your local computer. Or you could click the button on the top that says upload to HubSpot. If you have a HubSpot account, that works too. Alright, let's get out of here by clicking the cancel or back. It's up to you. And then click Google next. You could add your Google property ID for Google Analytics here and check the button at the bottom to enable it. I'm not gonna go over this in this tutorial. Click the apply changes button when done. Let's go back out to the next section, which is Facebook and Instagram. You could add the meta tag of the Facebook pixel right here. It's a pixel ID. And then click the button to enable it. I'm not gonna go over it in this tutorial. And the next one is for Pinterest. You could add the HTML tag, the Pinterest tag ID right there in that box and turn it back on. I'm not gonna go over this in this tutorial. Let's click out and click out again to go back to the shop settings and to the advanced tab. This one is for HTML and CSS for the advanced users. I'm not gonna go over this in this tutorial, so just let's click the advanced to get out of this section. Let's go to the next section. The next one is embed shop in websites. We're not gonna use this method in this tutorial because we are using WordPress. They have a few plugins to embed the Spreadshop or your Spreadshop in a WordPress website, so we don't have to copy this snippet. Just ignore this section and let's get out of here and click the advanced link to go to the next section, which is social media links. So click over there and let's add my Instagram account right here. Just click the Instagram and click the continue button at the bottom and add your Instagram's username right here without adding some other things. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button and then go back to the front end of your shop and refresh the shop. Scroll down until you get to the bottom of your page and then you will see your social media icon right here. Yep. And then let's go back to the Spreadshirt to go over other settings. Let's click out and go to language and currency. Make sure to enable the activate all languages feature right here. And if you have your European shop, you could enable that feature right there. If not, just don't worry about it. That's the plus button where you can click and open another shop and click to open the shop for the European countries or something like that. And just close it out. Once everything looks good, just click the apply changes button at the bottom. Let's get out of the shop settings, and that's pretty much it for the shop settings. We all good. So let's copy the shop ID right here, and we are going to go back to our demo store. Let's paste the store ID in the box on the top. Then click the connect button at the bottom left. Next, click the confirm connection button at the bottom left once the information is correct. Then you should see the Spreadshop shortcode we're gonna use to add on a page. Copy the shortcode. Next, click Pages on the left to add a new page. Click the Add New button on the top. Enter a page name, whatever you want here. Paste the Spreadshop shortcode and then click the Publish button at the top right. Once done, click the W icon on the top left to exit this page. Alright, next we're gonna go to the front end to check out our Spreadshop store. Refresh the page. I added my page under the shop menu. Let's click on that page and to see how it's gonna look like. Yikes! I don't like the way how this plugin adds a Spreadshop page on the website at all. Basically, it just embeds everything on the page, even though we don't have to add the logo on the top, or it doesn't need to have its footer here. Well, let's go back to the settings in the back end to see what else we could do to make it look a little bit nicer. Click the Advanced tab. Leave the Start token box empty as it is. As for the update metadata, leave it checked by default. As for load Spreadshop fonts, just leave it unchecked. As for the mobile swipe menu, leave it unchecked for now because I have something to show you before and after. Let's scroll down a little bit to the bottom. Add shop in the shop URL path. Even though it's optional, check the optimize URL in the push state URLs to remove the hashbangs from it because it's bad for your SEO. Then click the Save Changes button at the bottom when you're done. Alright, let's go to the front end to refresh the demo store so the update feature will be modified. When you click on the shop menu, you could get to your store that way. It's because we changed the URL path to shop, so the plugin replaced the shop page with the Spreadshop. Here it is. It looks a lot nicer with these settings so far. Let's scroll a little bit up and down. It looks nice. Let's click some of the links to see if they would work correctly. And let's go back to home. Next, right-click anywhere on the page and then click Inspect. If you use Google Chrome, we're gonna work on the mobile version of the store. This is a responsive version of a device screen size 400 by 920 pixels. You could see the hamburger icon. That's the menu of the Spreadshop that you can navigate the shop pages. But we may have to remove this icon because it might confuse the users as the main menu of the website. Alright, let's go back to the plugin settings and check the box of the mobile swipe menu. Let's go to the front end and right click on the refresh button to select empty cache and hard reload. Okay, let's change to a mobile device. Click the drop down on the top to select iPhone 6, 7, 8 Plus. You could click or select whatever you want right there just for testing. Alright, the hamburger menu is gone now and it was replaced with the regular clickable links for the Spreadshop menu. It looks good so far. Alright, let's close out the mobile view. Next, let's select a product to see if it works. Once you select a product, you should still be in your WordPress store. Let's check on the product images. They seem to work correctly. Let's scroll down a little bit to the bottom to read the product details. So far, they look exactly like on the Spreadshop. It also has its footer with a bunch of links too. Let's scroll up to the top. Alright, let's pick out a white t-shirt for this bear. It looks so cute with the white t-shirt too. Alright, let's click the add to cart button to add this item to the shopping cart. Let's check out the shopping cart. Let's click the shopping cart button. As you could see, after we clicked the shopping cart button, we are still inside our WordPress demo store. Let's click the checkout button. This is the checkout page or form that is located on the Spreadshop server or store. We are not inside our demo store anymore. As you could see, the website address up there. As a customer, just fill out the form and click the continue button to go to the next section for the payment to finish placing an order on the Spreadshop website. There is also a share link on the top right that you could send a link to somebody. Lastly, this is the bonus part. If you go back to the Spreadshop plugin settings in the WordPress website, you can add some other words in the shop URL path. It's not gonna work correctly. You could refresh the shop page and then you'll see other WooCommerce products as usual if you have some or one, but not the Spreadshop products. But if you type the page address directly, you'll be able to find your Spreadshop products in another page, but the title of the page will be missing and replaced with 404 page not found instead. So that setting will work with only the shop word as its customized URL. That's pretty much it. That's all for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about using the Spreadshop to create a print-on-demand store, and would love to share it with our community. I would love to hear from you guys a lot. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss any future uploads about e-commerce web designs from me. Also, if you find this video helpful somehow, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate your support a lot. Thank you so much. If you guys want to support my channel, I add all the links in the description box below for you guys to check out. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, thank you so much for being here to watch my video. I always appreciate your support. You guys have a wonderful day wherever you are. I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.